Hello, everybody. It's time to finish the Werehog. And by finish, I mean redo the head. Now that we are using actual fur brushes that work a lot better. We're going to be doing a little bit something else first, which I'll let you guys know once we get started. Welcome, Malamations. Welcome, Vic Fat. Yeah, Malamations beat Vic Fett by just a second, I think. It popped up a couple seconds in between on my screen, at least. Thank you, Malamations. Yeah, so I started using a different type of brush that actually makes kind of fur texture. So we're going to go in and redo all of this. What's up, Flash? How's it going? So basically, I'm gonna keep some of this. I'm just gonna smooth it out like crazy, so some of that DNA is there of what I sculpted. And that means we'll be able to keep these areas too that I like. But yeah, the hand sculpting of this just didn't work out compared to actually using a fur brush. This looks great. Welcome, Sparkle Wolf. Welcome, Fandom. Fandom, I'm glad you're here because actually both of you, Sparkle Wolf and Fandom, you are both going to be excited about something we're going to start the stream with. Welcome, Chappus. Thank you, Pit Penguin. So I have something. This was this was I can't remember. Fandom's. This was Fandom's idea. And it has arrived in the mail today. So we're going to 3D scan it. Some of you know I was working on Gemerald, and I was going to put like bendy wires in the arms. That didn't work out at all. It's going to make for a good video, because I'm going to be able to show how I tried that and then failed. And then Phantom had this great idea to use a Mega Man figure as the body of Gemerald. So I don't know if I'll be doing the modeling tonight, but I'm going to scan this today. And if I do finish this up quickly, this Werehog, I may get started on converting this into a kit that you put onto a Mega Man figure instead. And you'll notice it doesn't have the 3 buttons on the chest, so either I'm going to put a little thing that clips over it, kind of like Shadow Lancelot, or what I think would be interesting is if I made a little guide that would let you Dremel the holes into it. I think that's a little less efficient, but I would like to keep this chest pretty thin. It's going to get thicker if I put a whole thing on top of it. So I'm interested in seeing, at least trying first, using a little guide to drill these 3 holes that it needs and just let it be part of the plastic of the figure. And if that fails, then it's just another part of the video that is going to be interesting. Yes, that's the mega project that we were talking about. VicFet says, imagine you finish painting it, you get notifications, and Jax just revealed a Werehog figure or build a figure wave. Yeah. It'd be like washing your car before a storm. Sparkle says the hand sculpted one looks cool, but I wouldn't say it quite looks like fur. At least some of the OG look can live on. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, maybe the hair. Maybe it'll be a good thing that I am keeping at least kind of the start of the hair on the head. Oh yeah, Pit's hoping that Emerald has a model in Shadow Generations. Yep. What's up, YBZ? Oh yeah, let's take a look at my 3D model for that. For some reason, my license always fails when I go into sleep mode overnight. So let's... I gotta save this scene. This is just the model prep scene. I wouldn't mind keeping it. Werehog prep. Yes, I'm going to stream the entirety of Sonic X Shadow Generations. I think that'll be fun. I specifically bought it for PC to more easily do that without having to hook up to my HDMI input. Hey, how's it going, Freaky Your Bug? Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. We're going to try to get the head more of that style as well today. Yeah, Iblis is looking sick. Alright, so let's open up Emerald. Why is it called Emerald Stand? Oh, Emerald Stand. That's what I'm using for those emeralds back there. That is not the file that I need. Where is Gemerald? That's what I'm looking for, not Emerald, anyway. Gemerald print prep. Let's take a look at what Sparkle Wolf has been doing on Iblis. I think it was in the Custom Toys Showcase channel. No, maybe it was in the Sonic channel. No. Is it under art? I don't know where you posted this. Custom Toys Showcase? Oh, I was scrolled way up, that's what. No. Where the heck? Did you post it in general? Trying to find your Iblis stuff. It's not in art. Not in Sonic. Sparkle Wolf, where'd you post that? What's up, Freddy and friends? Saying the word tomato instead of an emoji. Yeah, this chest does have like a slight cut that goes down there. Yeah, the problem is it's just gonna mess up the proportions too much. I'll see. I'm gonna try the drilling thing first, and if that doesn't work, then we will go with that, because yeah, the chest is just gonna get too big. Gotta get the jetpack on it too. Yeah, this part is not the same in the toy. I think that's just a sacrifice to be made. And so what will be in the print is the little diamonds that go right here. Diamonds that go on here. I could potentially replace the hands. Let's see. Not going to be able to print anything. Ooh, maybe I'll use my FDM printer for this one so that it's sturdier. You can actually put the hand in, so then I'll still do a custom hand. And oh yeah, and the little circles on the sides here can just kind of glue on. And then of course the head, backpack, or jetpack. YBZ said, what's a good sculpting clay you'd recommend? You know, honestly, I don't sculpt that much in clay. When I do, I usually use Sculpey, if it's something that I plan to bake and make hard. There's a few air-dried clays that I've used for bigger things, but I wouldn't recommend them for customs. A lot of people use 2-part epoxy clays and seem to have pretty good results. So, that's my limited knowledge on actual sculpting materials. Sparkle Wolf recommends Epoxy Sculpt and Milliput. Hey, Benji the Cool Kid, how's it going? Alright, so let's get a vote going. Would you guys rather do Chow races first, or have me 3D scanning this stuff first? 3D scanning will take a while. I think maybe we should do Chow races first. Does anybody not have a Chow yet that would like to be in the running for it? Hey, what's up, Highwell Plays? So remember, you can only do chow making in the beginning if you have followed the instructions on the Discord. And you have your description ready to go. So if anybody does have that, we'll do the Wheel of Chow. Oh, everybody's voting for 3D scanning, though. I'm just afraid that if I get all scanned up and everything, then I'm going to want to get straight to sculpting, and then we won't do chow races. You want to just do chow races at the end? I think that's a good way. So you just get right to the work. Well, I see a lot of votes for 3D scanning, so yeah, let's get that set up. Because we are not just scanning this. I need to scan the movie Knuckles without his head for E-Scrubby. And we are scanning the dragon for Super Trip. Let me go get the stuff for it, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna put the ZBrush back on the screen just so it looks interesting, because that's what the thumbnail says it is. I want people coming in and seeing like, oh yeah, he's working on that. All right. Setting up Revo Point Scanner. This is gonna, if you've seen any of my videos, this is how I 3D scan them. And then I think it's supposed to go on a turntable. I think that turntable is upstairs, so I will be right back. Never mind, it was on a shelf right here, but now I'm gonna go grab the dragon figure. All right, here is the dragon figure painted up. We're gonna scan it. We'll scan this one first because it's gonna be the hardest one. All right, pull this out. I gotta clean up in here. I had this whole area clean when I set up this backdrop, and then working on those theater projects just made everything a mess in here. All right. Plug this in here. For those of you who have not seen this or seen my videos, it's a pretty interesting process. Doesn't work amazingly, but it works good enough for what we need to do, which is get basic shape that we can use to cut out of the 3D models. So that everything fits nice and perfectly. You'll see I've got this platform here and this little turntable that spins it around for me while I scan it. Amalgamations, you are correct. Oh, I just needed to scroll up a little bit more to see Sparkle Wolf's Iblis. Here's the tail she's working on. It's pretty cool. Nice work. Come on, get over here. All right. Get ready, friends. Oh, nice. Freaky Bug is painting their friends Lancelot while they watch. Nice. All right, so you can see in the top right corner here, it's got, you can see my desk set up and how it's very, very dirty right now. I had this completely clean before. And here's me. Oh, look at that. So I'm going to show you how to scan. Check this out. Let me take my glasses off. Okay, all ready? It's going to tell me, you can turn the brightness up a little bit. And it's going to tell me if I'm too close or too far up at the top here. Okay, let's see how this does. Alright, not a perfect scan, but hey, there's kind of me. And now I can say stop, I can say fuse the point cloud. No, I just want to say complete first. What's up, Swiggy? Alright, so now it's a little bit better, and then I can fuse the point cloud. Ooh, my chin. Yikes. I used to have a jaw. Yeah, so it's loading. Kind of taking all of it and figuring out what points it wants to keep. And notice how I did a really bad job on my mustache, because it does a really bad job at scanning things that are dark. And that's why I had to paint this black dragon to be yellow. Besides the fact that it will end up being yellow anyway. Okay, a little better. So now let's change it into a mesh, and it should fill in all these gaps. Yeah, exactly, Swiggy. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hey, it didn't fill in the holes. Why is that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just showing you how it works. Pretty fun when it works well. So let's get back to doing the toy. Oh, you can see like my jacket pretty well. Interesting. All right. Let's see how this is looking. Once we get a little bit closer. All right, so I'm gonna take my jacket off first of all because it's a little hot. To the side there. Push my chair back because I gotta get down on the floor for this. And do our best. Thank you, Phantom Lover. Alright, so it says that this is excellent. There we go, excellent. And it's having trouble. I need more lighting. Let's see. If I go over here, it should be more lighting. Yeah, okay. That's excellent. Let's go ahead and start. Let's just see how it goes. Oh, I have to actually say new scan. All right. Move it up a little bit. Go more on top. Go look at the wing more. Losing tracking a lot. This probably isn't going to be a good scan, unfortunately. Let's go through and just see how it does. Yeah, it's looking pretty solid actually. Thank you, Butterfly. Welcome to the stream. What's up, E Scrubby? Alright, it lost tracking, but we can undo a little bit here. So do undo. Yeah, it looks like that's some pretty good information for us to be able to start doing our 3D modeling. And go ahead and hit stop. Say complete. Melnation says, wait, that's the dragon that ate my sister. Alright, so then we're going to fuse the point cloud. Oh, what's up, Butterfly? You are Eat My Toesies. Welcome. You have your YouTube account set up now. Cool. Yeah, so I'm 3D scanning this toy because we are going to be making a kit that's built around it. I don't know if you're familiar with Super Trip. It's like a dragon in one of the new-ish Sonic games. Sonic Superstars. And then we're going to be able to design it so that the 3D prints fit around what we scanned. Even though, see, we weren't able to get the bottom of it easily, but it usually does a fair job of filling things in. Like, I feel like they must have some way of knowing, like, oh, this was kind of a cylinder, so let's continue this cylinder. You'll see it's going to come out kind of rounded, which should be good for our purposes. That's right, Swiggy. So I'm going to be cutting the ears off. I might need to rescan it once I cut the ears off. And then, like, there's going to be a face piece that goes over the top, neck pieces, arm pieces. Alright, so let's go into the mesh settings now. And we do want to fill holes. I don't know why it didn't fill holes before. Let's do the mesh. That's a good idea, Sparkle Wolf. Make super versions of the Chaotix team. That would be cool. Yeah, what would Charmy be? Ooh. Say that did pretty good. Obviously, this shape is not right here. The wings are obviously not right, but we can see where we can cut that out in Maya. So that's funny. It just kind of exploded it there. But that is not bad of a scan. This is definitely workable for what we're doing. Sweet. All right, I've been putting that off forever. I'm glad it worked. Let's go ahead and export it. I'm going to export it as an OBJ. Documents. Organized docs. 3D scans. Super Trip. eScrubby, if you are in the chat, I'm going to scan this Mega Man figure, and then I'm going to be scanning the movie Knuckles. So write in the chat to remind me what you want. Like, I know you wanted the shoulders, and you want it without the head, I assume. I'll try to scan the head peg, but it doesn't really do those details very well. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so we'll hit back, and we can start a new scan. I'm going to take the dragon off. That's what we were scanning. I'm going to put Mega Man on. You can see that I've removed the head, because we don't care about the head. And I'm going to put it into kind of a T-pose position. Or maybe I want it angled. I think I do want it angled, so that way I can better cut out these shapes. I'm going to try to get him as even as possible. Okay, I think this will do well. Alright, let's get him on the platform now. Okay, eScurry says, yeah, I just need the basic body shape, not the peg. Okay, excellent. Alright, so let's click New Scan. And hopefully this guy is not too shiny. Oh, every time I die in the play that I was in, I like land on my knee kind of hard. So I've got a bruise, and I just kneeled onto that bruise real hard. Alright, so it says this is an excellent distance. Let's get it started. Uh-oh, it's really popping in and out. Let me undo. I think it's because I don't have good enough lighting right now. So, let me put my flashlight on over here. set this up right to the side so we get some lighting coming from this angle. That should be pretty good. Why is it not seeing anything though? We turn the brightness up on here. Is that seeing it well? Let's try that. And it's jumping around a lot. I think it's doing it because I'm streaming at the same time. Maybe it's struggling for resources in the computer. I think this should still work. Start going a little higher. Actually getting the detail of that peg pretty good. And it looks like the shininess of it is not affecting things too much, so that's good. Oh, we lost tracking, but it's okay. I think we got everything that we need. Oh, I stepped on my knee again. Keep undoing until we get rid of this part here. Oh, that part's not going away. Well, maybe it will know that we don't want that. Maybe it knows it's an outlier. So let's redo a few because there were some good scans in there. And let's say stop. Complete. I wish I could kind of select things that I know I don't want from the scan. Did I ever check the bottom of the feet? What do you mean by the bottom? The fact that they have the red dots? Yeah, isn't that interesting, Phantom, seeing the camera's view? You ever think about how the Night Furies are just exodal dragons? Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, Malamations, I use it, and it works enough, but yeah, there's some difficulty with it for sure. Yeah, it's always good when the toys come with little details like that. Oh yeah, look, it knew to get rid of those extra feet parts. Now see, I didn't get good enough scan of the bottom of the arms, but we don't care because the parts that we're adding to it are all kind of external on the outside. So I think this is good. Let's go ahead and make sure that we fill holes on our mesh and hit mesh. Oh yeah, for those who didn't hear, the guy who was lending me my good resin printer offered to let me buy it, and he gave me a good deal on it. So for those who didn't hear on the Discord, it's still $1,000. I'll move some monies around, but we are not going to have any interruption in the store or my work. And that looks like a pretty good mesh. You can even see a little bit of the details of the joints right there. It even filled in the bottom of the arms really well. I am very happy with this scan. It's going to work well for us. So let's save it out. Call it Mega Man. .obj. All right, and lastly, for the project that we're actually working on today, is the Knuckles, the movie Knuckles. And eScrubby, this is movie 2 Knuckles, right? Like the one that I did the hat for. So if you watch the video of me making this hat, you know I already scanned this figure, but I have not scanned it without the head. So take my custom hat off of it. Put the motorcycle back in its home. And hopefully it comes off easily. Hopefully I don't break it. Swiggy says, I put my Knuckles hat on Shrek. Nice. Oh. Hope I don't have to heat this up. Hope it'll just come off. Oh yeah, it's coming off. Sweet. Ah! Yeah, got it. Okay. If you ever want to see movie Knuckles' head on its own, there it is. And here we are, we're ready to scan this. So for those of you who don't know, the Werehog that I'm sculpting is it's E-Scrubby's project, and I am helping with creating fur on the model. And so it's all going to fit over this movie Knuckles figure. I've been on the lookout for another second movie Knuckles, because I want to make one myself once he is done. But I will not be selling them. That'll be all be E-Scrubby. All right, I'm ready to scan this one. Phantom says, did a photo you might like later, let's just say it's a paradox. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll check it out. Mark Wolf says, thinking of movie Knuckles, I think it'd be funny to pose him with Elise, Blaze, and my Iblis figure together. What's the connection between them? Oh, it must be something to do with Sonic 06, which I do not know the story of. I do plan to play Project 06 eventually. Maybe that's another thing I could do on stream. Who am I kidding? I can't even get all of these art projects done fast enough. I'm barely gonna have time to do Sonic X Shadow. I'll turn the brightness a little bit. Alright, looks like that's ready. Back down and try not to hurt my knee. Alright. So it says we're at excellent distance. Alright, here we go. No, I really only need the shoulders, but I wouldn't mind just get a nice full scan of him in case I need it in the future. Oh man, it is freaking out. Freak out. Oh, it says I'm too close. Definitely want to try to get it from the top as well to be sure. Okay, I think we got a pretty good scan, including the peg, actually. All right. Let's fuse the point cloud and see how that does. That's right, Sage. I'm so sorry. I still gotta make your Sage head. I gotta still print it. But I have an update for Butterfly. I have finished printing your replacement figure. And I haven't taken it off the printer yet, but from glancing in, it looked good. Weird. The playlist kind of went backward. This weird. Yeah, Malamations. I won't be making Excalibur, but I want to make the Blacksmith Tails. I want to make the Knight Tails that was in Sonic Speed Battle. Sonic Forces Speed Battle. And also, I don't want to make the Blaze one. I know Tito's making the one for Silver. So much I want to make. And this month I want to make some Halloween badniks. I was going to do a whole video just on like Sonic Superstars Halloween ones, but I was also thinking the Boos from Sonic Adventure 2 and a few other things like that. It'd be cool to just like pick a Halloween baddie from multiple games. That could be cool. Just to have a themed episode, and look how good that came out. You can even see the fur. Yo, E-Scrubby, you like what I got here? I think this is gonna work perfect for you. All right. Yeah, let's export that. Knuckles. Headless. Okie dokie. Yeah, so that might be one of my very next projects, because I want to get the actual video out in time for Halloween. Malamations, what is your OC? Because I don't see it very easily. It's very small on my screen. Here's what you look like on my screen. Where are you there? That's what I see. Alright, well we are done 3D scanning. Cool. Oh no, it's not done saving. Oh, it says 100%. So I think it is done. Yeah, we good. Alright. Well, let's get to sculpting again. I think we are going to finish Werehog tonight. Yeah, send the picture on Discord. Hey, what's up, Tanae the Vampog? It says, hi, and I see that you were working hard on this. Yes, thank you. Thank you for recognizing that. We are almost done with it. And what I'm actually going to do today, some of you who watched the last two streams know that I learned how to use brushes in ZBrush. I guess that was just last night only. And we tried to download some, but then I thought I can probably find some free brushes too to add even a little bit more variety than what we have here. We're going to do a little search for that before we get started. Let's see, let's catch up on pictures that people sent. So for future reference, when you send me picture or tell me to look at pictures, tell me what chat you sent them in, just so I can more easily find them. Here is who is this? Freaky Bug. Nice. Wait, oh, okay, so one of you has already bought a Shadow Lancelot from me, and then you're painting another one. That's awesome. Way cool. Oh, here is Sparkle Wolf's Iblis. Look at that. That's looking great. I mean, it's done. It looks great. Very good. One of the things I like that sometimes when people are showcasing things, they'll take a picture with a bunch of stuff in the background. And what you've done good here is just a nice plain white background so that you can see it pretty well. Yeah, great work. Look at how that scales with Mephiles. So it's probably about this tall through custom. Great work. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, you can join the Discord, and we all post our art there and our work in progresses and chat about it. Here's Malamation's OC. That's pretty cool and fun. What's the name of the OC if it's not Malamation's? Or is that the name? Looks kind of like a mix of Sonic and like a little bit of Werehog on the hands with a vampire cloak. Pretty cool. Fandom sent me something in DMs. All right, these are some pretty cool pictures. We got Sonic. I'm gonna put this in the video for the Gemerald. Sonic is victoriously holding the head of Mega Man, and this one looks way cool. It's Rouge holding the full collection of Sonic Prime shards. Way cool. How did you like those? All right. Malachi the Hedgehog is the name. Cool. All right, so let's put the head back onto Knuckles, so I can put him back on my shelf as my Knuckles hat custom. Ugh. Come on, go back on there. Ugh. Ouch. Got him. Okay. Now I'll set up the shelf later. Start putting this away. Ah, okay. And that's why, so I'm responding to Tanae the Vampog, saying that that is the Paradox Prism. That's what it's called when all the shards are together. And that is why Fandom said that the image that he was sending was a paradox, so to speak. Pretty cool. Good stuff. So I'm packing all this back up in its carrying case. Got a nice handy case. And I own this now. Or when I pay him on Monday, I will own this because he's selling me the scanner and the printer. So no longer is this on loan either. We got some pretty good scans out today. Sometimes I, kind of talk crap on 3D scanning because I find it really hard to get a good scan. But all three of those we got right away. Thank you, Butterfly. Oh no. Scrubby says my power's been blinking on and off because of the incoming hurricane. Apologies if there's time between responses. Yikes, sorry to hear that, man. Hope you're not too much in the direct way of it. Yikes. Oh, okay, Fandom did the lights with his finger LEDs. That's cool. Oh, Malination says I sent the original design. Let's see. Oh, nice. I like the dynamic pose of this art. Yeah, way cool. Good work. All right. Well, I think it's time to get started on working on the head. I'm going to grab just more drink real quick. Wait, does this have water? Actually, I have a little bit, so... I'll wait a little bit. All right, so let's get myself set up for sculpting. My special sculpting glove so I don't get the screen dirty. Oh, you're on the east coast of Florida. Okay, yeah, the west coast. That's where it's coming from this side, which is kind of, it's not as usual, right? It usually comes from the east. I don't know anything about that. Okay, yes, Fandom, I'll take a look at this image, but then we're going to get started on sculpting. Nice, that is pretty cool. And that's nice that you can put a light inside of there. It just kind of is a cool display. And then, of course, the Chow Black Market right there. I love it. Cool. Great creative work, everybody. Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that, Malamations. Yeah, there's a cool poster in the background of the two of them. Alright, so, as many of you know, I spent a lot of time sculpting the lines on this, and then once I started using brushes, I was like, yo, these don't look that good. So, we're gonna still keep some of that, the DNA of that. So first of all, I'm going to save as... Oh, here's a question. Well, we're going to save this as Werehog Arms. I was going to make a backup, but then remember... You guys remember I did that scene where I fixed up the face so that it doesn't collide? Where is that file? I think it's this merge face file. Yes, make him blush, YBZ. Oh, okay, so this is the regular head. And then... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I do want to work on this one. So, Scrubby, what I sent you before, that worked out for you, right? With all these messed up face parts? Because it was all about just merging the original back in with this. So if that worked for you, I'm going to do the exact same thing, except I'm going to do my these changes on here. However, I do want to bring in one of the arm parts so I can use that as reference for what I did. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the previous file. I'm going to take one of those arms, like just the... I think that one with the most fur will do. Forearm? Yeah. And I think I can just export at full size. Let's say forearm HP for high poly. Oh. Well, yeah, sure. Scrubby, let's talk about that offline and figure out the best way to make that happen. You know, as far as, you know, splitting profits and things. Yeah, that's very kind of you. And I totally understand, because I don't like making a lot of the same thing. I like making just original things and then moving on to the next project. Alright, so I have exported that part. Gonna open. Sparkle says, again, I'd buy a Werehog kit. Alright, so let's go back to the fur merge face. Phantom says same, YBZ says same, Malamation says I might need a kit. Alright. This is seeming pretty popular. Alright. Now let's go to import. We'll import the new one that we just brought, and that should just appear in the exact right place. Yeah, there we go. So now we have good reference for what we're trying to do. Oh, now that I see this alone, Scrubby, it's not going to be super easy for me to fix this right here. Can you do some booleans on your side to remove the extra geometry that got sculpted there? I'd appreciate that, because yeah, I'm not like skilled enough to know exactly how to planar that in ZBrush. Malamation says I'm making something for the collaboration. Ooh, interesting. What collaboration? All right. Well, anyway, here we are. Ready to sculpt on the head again. This is interesting. It's not showing it as a subtool. Why not? I think I need to undo the import. And then I go import over here. And then we go back to this one, and then we'll append. I didn't know you could import another one like that. That's strange. But now we have them all in the same scene, and we can go to this head and we can start working with it. So let me get my setup so I can more ergonomically sculpt on my screen. Oh, interesting. Malamation is making something for our collaboration, the one between Scrubby and me. Interesting. Ooh, just before I forgot to put this in the bag. So I'm gonna put that away just so I don't forget. Is anybody else doing art right now? I know that. Right with me for a second. I'll have to put a name. The name's on the tip of my tongue. Who just showed me this? Freakier Bug. Freakier Bug is painting right now a Shadow Lancelot kit with their friend. Is anybody else doing art right now? I know Sparkle Wolf just finished up her Iblis figure. Anybody else doing stuff right now? And yeah, let's hear it, fandom. The Halloween idea, Scary Boo Amy. Intrigued. Color me intrigued. Alright, got my stylus. And so all this work that we did on it, this is an important thing as an artist. When you know that there's a better way to do something, and you've already spent a lot of time on something, you have to be ready to erase it for the greater good. Very important rule in art. But I'm not fully erasing it. See how I'm just making it smoother? And then once this is fully smooth like this, we're going to go back in with those much nicer fur brushes. Ooh, Whisk the Geek is doing the lightning whisk to complete the collection. Nice. Highwell has been ripping models from Frontier so I can get a better understanding of how the geometry looks. Nice. Always smart to study up on topology of professional games for sure. The best ways to learn good topology. Ooh, fandom's coming up with ideas for skits and coming up with ideas, LOL. As usual, like the Mega Man idea. And skits, nice. Oh, nice. Butterfly is painting sets and running mics for a show. Is that for Shakespeare? Abridged Shakespeare? That's right, it's a paid job too, right? Is that the one I heard you talking about? Congrats on that. YBZ took apart Omega so he can get a metallic paint job. Ooh, what kind of paints are you using that are metallic? Is it like spray paint? Is that why you're taking it apart to get nice, clean differences in it? Okay, I'll check one more time, Malamations, but when I'm sculpting, I have to like pull out my mouse and stuff, so after this, any art that people send, I will check later, but I'll check this one, last one. Oh, I'm glad I checked this. This is way cool. Stegosaurus x E-Scrubby collaboration. New kit on the steak shop. Ah, now I gotta put it up. That's cool. Malamations made an advertisement for me. I love it. Let's see. Oh, and since I have my mouse out, YBZ is sending the paint in the Discord. And I see Butterfly said the same thing, so maybe she didn't hear my response. I said, way cool, is that for... Oh, Butterfly now said yes, so I think it maybe like sent double or something. But you heard my response by the fact that I see you now saying yes. Yeah, Whisk the Geek says, Frog and Dinosaur join forces. Let's see. Oops. Ooh, somebody named the Werehog joined. Welcome, the Werehog. Welcome to the Discord. Alright, I'll put my mouse back and get back to sculpting. I would like to see an illustration of what a Werehog looks like. Did I ever figure out why the Wispons were so heavy? Yes, I did, fandom. Because I didn't fully make the models for it. I downloaded them, and they were built in such a way that they weren't getting hollowed out. So I have to do like a couple hours of work just to make them get ready, like be able to hollow out. Just the way a video game model doesn't really translate to, 3D printing very well. So it's actually going to be quite a task to make the Wispons reasonably light. Okay, yeah, thank you for understanding, YBC. Ooh, I'd appreciate that, Highwell. Yeah, usually I just check the models resource for my models and stuff, but I would definitely appreciate help of seeking out models. I could actually use a model of Super Trip, although I think back when we were originally talking about Super Trip, Sparkle Wolf may have sent me the model. I think I remember that. But that was so long ago, I would not mind a refresher from either of you, Sparkle Wolf or Highwell Plays. Sparkle Wolf says, I did, twice. I'm sorry, when my focus isn't on it, it just gets buried in Discord. As the channel has grown, I just get so many messages a day. So it's hard to focus on what has and hasn't happened or where it was sent to me, what platform, Instagram, Discord, etc. You are not wrong, fandom. It would be weird. I am more interested in making wisps anyway, because they're relatively easy to make, and then that lets me make them from scratch myself pretty quickly. Like, I can knock out one wisp in like 45 minutes, depending on the complexity of it. And so, as you guys know, I'm more attached to the things that I actually make myself instead of downloading things. And so when it comes to like art that I really want to enjoy, I want to know that I made it all, So the wisps are an easy way to make a lot of things easily on my own. Because that's the ironic thing is, most of my channel now is 3D modeling and 3D sculpting. I don't do this as a job. I'm a technical artist, so I learned to 3D model to some extent. But yeah, it's not like the main thing that I do. So when it comes to easier characters, I'm like, yeah, let's make this easy sphere shape of a wisp. Quake Wisp, I'll have to take a look at him. Wait, did I not make the Quake Wisp? What's the gray one that I made? I know Hoovaloo has one. Is that the one that is like all flat surfaces? Because if so, I did. Yeah, fandom says I did. Do you not know about that, Wisp? I don't know if it's up on my store. I never put it up on the store. See, that's the thing. I am so slammed on time. I don't even have time to properly sell things and make the Etsy listings and whatnot. There's just so much to do between, well, forget all the theater stuff that I'm doing, but just only stuff for the channel. I gotta edit videos, run streams, sculpt things, clean off prints, paint them. My wife helps me paint now, and she does probably a better job than me at painting. I was kind of thinking if Butterfly was interested in doing a little bit of painting from time to time, depending on what I need. I was thinking of asking you. Butterfly's local to around me. Because I have a few things that are spray painted that I don't really like spray painting. I don't really have a great setup for it. I wouldn't mind offloading some of that work for a little bit of coin. Alright, cool. Malamations will probably still be here by then. Yeah, half an hour, we'll definitely still be here. So he says, you're only human. Yep, as much as I try to deny that fact. Sparkle Wolf says, I bet Wisp the Geek would also love the Violet Wisp, seeing how it's their icon. Hint, hint, from Sparkle Wolf. Sparkle Wolf did not say hint, hint, but I heard the hint, hint. Oh, you know what? I'm going to undo some of this because I actually do like some of the detail that is around the eyebrows here. So that's something that I can keep from my own sculpting. Or manual sculpting, I should say. Because what I'm about to do is still my own sculpting. It's just using a brush that makes it look a lot more like fur. Sparkle says, read my mind on that hint, hint. Alright. Let me make sure I didn't miss any parts. I did miss some parts in here. I know you do, Butterfly. Okay, so as you can see, I'm keeping those areas that I sculpted that differentiate those white ends from the rest. Sparkle says, I want to have a group of customs who I call Team OC, who are the 3 default rookies, the cat, the bird, and the wolf. I got the burst wisp, but I need the drill and violet. Oh, do they all have specific wisps that go with them? Maybe I'll just do a stream where I make all wisps. I wonder if I can make all the wisps in one day on a single stream. If I could have one wisp as a pet, I like the hover wisp. Alright. I think this is adequately smoothed out, so we're still saving a lot of my original sculpt. You still have the DNA of it in there. And let's go ahead and save this as a new file. Call this one smooth, but then I'll save it as even another file, just so I have that one as a backup at this point. And then we'll call this one Head Redo. Highwell says, I don't like the wisps too much. They're fine in colors, but I just hate how they keep getting used up in so many games. Yeah, I don't mind them being in other games, but I just wish there was an explanation for why. Like, why were they in those jars and Sonic Forces and stuff? Unless I just missed I just missed it, maybe, I don't know. Alright, let's switch to our Chisel Organic Brush. Oh, did they explain that? Oh, and a now defunct mobile app. Okay, interesting. Alright, yeah, see, we're gonna start to get some of these nice patterns in here. Turn the Z intensity up. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's looking sick, guys. This was the right decision. Ooh, look at that! Ah! I gotta be careful not to make it look very patterned, though. Ooh, that kind of goes over itself a little too much. Oh, the wisps came to help for the war and inside the capsules for easy distribution. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I do need to read some of the comics with Whisper in them. After all, I love the design and what I know about Whisper's story so much. Alright, I'm going to try not to overuse this brush too much, so I'm going to leave some gaps here and there. Oh, look how that just blends in with what I sculpted here for the eyebrows. And it just looks like it's a continuation. This just synergizes really well with what I already sculpted, so that's really nice. Oh, that'd be cool. With the Geek. We want to make a section of OCs with a bunch of custom creators. Dream lineup would be Steak, Wake Angel, Pink GameCube, Doodle Duck, and Scrubby. I forgot about Doodle Duck. Oh, look at that, how it just kind of blends into the ear there. Ooh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Actually, don't like that piece there. I think I'm gonna leave this with a different brush. So let's go this animal fur one. We're just gonna use this to fill in some of these areas. I still want to make sure I'm having good silhouette here. So when I look at it from this angle, we have the curve of the head, but then the eyebrow coming around this way. So I want to make sure I don't erase kind of those macro details. And I kind of have done that here. I think it's okay. Yeah, definitely around these eyebrows. I want to make sure that the eyebrows are still protruding to get that. You know, it's kind of iconic, the face of Sonic Werehog, you know? Dang. Your power's just blinking on and off, huh? Well, thank you for spending what power you do have, wherever you are, on this stream. I don't know. Are you in a shelter? Yeah, you're home. Yeah, look at that. This whole area right here is looking a lot more the same style as this. Oh, you're entirely out of the storm's main path, and you're still having power problems. Jeez. All right, I want to try some other brushes. So let's save this real quick. Because I am worried about this looking too much like a pattern once I fill in the whole thing. Let's try to vary it up with some more fur. Oh, ha! One of the websites that came up is for Jared Everson, and I actually worked with him on a project. He's a Blizzard artist, or it was a personal project, and I wanted to... Ooh, where can I find this? Yeah, let's take a second to find this, because it's so funny that Jared Everson came up when I'm looking for ZBrush fur brushes, and I rigged one of his characters. Oh, it's actually on my main demo reel. Check this out. On my rigging reel. So this is my demo reel. It's from 2020. It's kind of recent. Just a few examples of things that I rigged for animation. So for those of you who don't know, rigging is the process of putting bones in a figure to make, and then setting up different ways to let the animator easily animate those bones. These eyes were created by a program that I made that would actually create the eyelids automatically. And I actually did the 3D modeling on this and stuff as well. It was just a personal project. And the fact that you can turn a rig upside down and it still work and scale properly is harder than you'd think. I made this Wally rig like 2010. This is like 14 years old. And yeah, it was harder than you think to make it be able to transform like this. And specifically treads. Treads are notoriously hard to rig in 3D. But the fact that I made it so that the treads could actually change shape and everything too is still one of my greatest accomplishments. Like 14 years later, somebody named Dave XP on TikTok did some animations with it because I gave this rig away for free, and he got millions of views on these 2 TikToks. And so he let me put that into my demo reel. All right, so back to what actually brought me to this, which is Jared Everson. So Jared Everson made this model, and I did the rigging for it. And this was a really interesting one because I wanted to set up some advanced tentacle movements. Where'd the music go? And so I made it so the tentacles can stretch and squash, and then also, you have control over rotating them, but also like pulling from it when it's posed and rotated. But the coolest thing about this is I set it up so that motion on a sine wave can move through the tentacle no matter how it's posed. So you can pose it this way, and the sine wave still travels through it. And you've seen this if you've seen my Pokemon videos. This is just, this was when I was trying to work for Niantic. I made this all just for the interview. I spend dozens of hours rigging, and it's often a never-ending process. Hi, Will. So I did a whole muscle simulation for this and everything. And this wasn't going to render in time for the interview, so I had to pay a render farm in China to render it out for me. It took like 500 hours of rendering to do that scene that you saw. This one in the beginning here. So that's really cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, Jared Everson is the one who made this model, and now tonight I've randomly found his website for fur brushes. Unfortunately, I just can't risk buying these because I use ZBrush Core, not ZBrush. Thank you, Butterfly. I use ZBrush Core, not ZBrush, and as we learned yesterday, if the brush is made in ZBrush, it can't be brought into ZBrush Core. So I gotta find brushes that specifically work for ZBrush Core. Maybe I'll put that in quotes. Make sure that it shows. See, the problem with looking into anything for ZBrush when you have ZBrush Core is none of the posts are about ZBrush Core. It's all about regular ZBrush. Maybe on the actual ZBrush website. What? This post says, I'm a little ticked off that ZBrush Core says numbers of brushes and 30, but doesn't mention that you can't have any custom brushes. Oh, no. Okay, well, looks like we can't even do this anyway. Well, this one says people will eventually make them specifically for ZBrush Core, but really, who will? Oh, what a bummer. Highwell says, what's the difference? Price. No, like layers that Bassdraw mentioned yesterday. This doesn't have the feature of layers. There's a bunch of features that I don't even know about. Because I don't really keep up with ZBrush development. And so there's probably tons of features that I don't even know about that aren't in ZBrush Core. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to try to work with the 5 fur brushes that we do have. I love what we got here. I just don't want to make it too patterned, you know? I want to be careful to make sure that... See how this is kind of the same shape in a lot of different places? I want to make sure that when I fill this whole thing, it doesn't look like, oh, he just stamped this everywhere, you know? He says, time to torrent. Yeah. I'm going to ask some of my coworkers who may be more in the know about that if they have any trustworthy sources. Alright, well, let's just see what we can get here with what we have. If we can put some of these in, maybe near the edges. I want to make it easy to print, though. See, that's not going to be easy to print. I'm not going to do that. I don't want a bunch of big overhangs, because that's going to be a nightmare for 3D printing. This also has an overhang. That doesn't even look like fur to me. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind a few of these. So, let's be a little strategic about this. I just said that I don't want overhangs. Why don't I want overhangs? Let's say I was printing this. I'm going to try to think about the optimal way to print it, which is probably straight up and down like this, because then we'll just get supports on like these areas, but also maybe on the back, so that it's like, that's going to be a lot more supports, but if it needs it, it needs it. And it's on the back. We're not doing the front, so the front stays nice and clean. So with this head, check out how these go into motion like this. It would actually be smartest of us to print this as the bottom so that these all come up without having to use a ton of supports. And I believe that either eScrubby or Tito did exactly that. Even though that's the front of the model where you want the best detail, I think they sanded it down to make it look clean, to have a little bit easier of a time printing these. So if I'm going to have to deal with overhangs of some kind, I want all the overhangs to mostly go the same way. And this brush lends itself well to that. If I make sure that these kind of overhang features go in the same way as what I need to solve as a problem anyway, it's a good place to put them, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a very visual thing that you kind of maybe need to 3D print yourself to know. But hopefully that helps you visualize what I'm considering right now. So I'm going to put just a few of these in here, just to break up the surface. And I can also go into these and like smooth this out so that it has like a little bit of a softer area. Just these little starts of tufts of fur coming out. I think those look kind of nice. Put a handful of these around. This will help us have good variance. Ooh, one of the things I like doing here is lining it up with an existing line. I think that helps it blend better too. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I could totally picture this once I get more detail in there. Should be really nice. Yeah, I think so, Sparkle Wolf. Like, I feel like this is almost too many. I'm not going to go more than that in any one area. Use them sparingly. It really helps make the fur look like it's overlapping over itself and kind of pushing certain areas out in a chaotic way. Alright, yeah. That's a nice start to those areas. Here's the one that just straight up looks like a mustache. I don't know. Is that usable in any areas? Maybe on the back of the ears? Nah. I kind of wish I hadn't smoothed out my detail on the ears, because I did like what I did there. But look what I did on the backside here. That's really effective. Looks like a mix of the two main brushes that I was using, so like... I'm going to try to match it up in a good way, so like this piece, something like that. And I wish that the mirroring was working. It's just not. I click flip UV, and we see it. See, it has flipped, but in practice, it's staying the same. I don't know why. Cutting into the surface doesn't work well. Because these really work well because look how the angle of this goes up along with the ear. And I don't like what's happening there too. There's some small detail that I don't know what's going on here. It kind of like got really... Oh, I think it's just because my original model had a big line there. What's my favorite thing to model? I like sculpting things like this. I like organic details. So probably what you're seeing right now is the most engaging for me. I don't like mechanical things so much. Ooh, I won't be able to take a look at them right now because I'm set up for sculpting, but definitely post those to the Discord, Wisp the Geek. Yeah, it would be perfect if I could just flip this brush. Why can't I? Inverse? That's not what I want, because then... Oh, wait. That is what I want. No, it's not. Yeah, everything about the alpha section here is doing nothing. But it shows it doing something. Yeah, so all the changes I'm making up here are working. They had change down here. But it's just not respecting it. I've got no respect. That was a terrible impression. I'll own it. Yeah, I could double the amount that I vary it if I could just flip it. I think that's worth looking up real quick, because I should be able to do that. ZBrush core won't flip alpha. Of brush. Yeah, this is what I want. Check this out.
Or have that be the default behavior. Like if I drag this down, I want the arrow to point down. Drag it up, I want the arrow to point up. So you want the arrow to point in the direction. Or if you want the opposite, you can also go up here to this alpha menu.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take this white dot and drag it over here. And you can see I have some extra options in here. So here, with that alpha selected, you can go through and you can rotate this around.
That's what
so
I'm
now
doing.
When I drag down, it's going to go up. You can flip it vertically. You can flip it horizontally. You can even invert it. So now it'll be a...
He's doing exactly what I'm doing, but it's just not working for me. You know what I bet? Maybe something about it being a 3D alpha is the reason. Dang it, I really need that. But I don't want to spend too much time here. Yeah, see, it's always doing the bottom where in the direction I'm dragging. Okay, whatever. We'll just live with it. All right, let's see. What other brushes do we have? These two. Yeah, I don't think this mustache one is going to work good for anything. This one. Ooh, whoa. That is too much. I wonder if I can just import the alphas themselves instead of the brushes. Let's do a search for that. Core 3D brush alpha fur. Oh, this looks promising. For $3. Because if I can just use the alpha maps, but not the VDM brushes, is that worth a $3 risk? Whoa, that was quite a sculpt down there. Yeah, let's risk it. I like these. I'm gonna move it to the other side to put in my payment information. All right. I'll do a PayPal account instead. What a fun part of the stream where I look to the other screen and buy things. Oh, I gotta find pictures of a fire hydrant. Great. Hey, I proved that I'm not a robot on the first try. Gotta put in my two-factor authentication. I realize two-factor is a hassle, but I put it on for everything that I possibly can. And I suggest y'all do it too. One of the most important security measures you can take. That and a good password system. I don't even particularly like automated password systems. Mine is all in my head. It's very detailed. So I can just remember any password to any website based on the system that I've come up with. Alright, let's see if what I actually bought can be used in ZBrush Core. Where's my downloads? View in library. Download. Alright, the moment of truth. Alright, so let's just try to import the brush first, just see if it happens to work. Load brush. Downloads. Yep, we can't because it's ZBrush Core. So what we're hoping for is that we can replace this alpha. So I'll do alpha import. Can I just import them all? Hey, yeah! I think it worked. I think this is what we want. Sparkle says, are we all not just meat robots? Alright, so, as you can see, we've got a different alpha in here. Ew, that's not what I wanted at all. What? Oh no. Alright, what other alphas do we have? Ooh, this might be helpful. What? That's not what we want! It's like it's rotated. It's like it's not a 3D alpha. No! I think maybe I need to mark it as 3D. How do I do that? Yeah, I can tell that some of these are pretty cool. Okay, well, you know what? We won't use the chisel organic brush. I bet that we can use these on just a regular standard brush. And I can set the alpha here to this. Oh, and I gotta do, instead of this, we change it to drag rectangle. Aha! Yeah, look at that. That's what we're looking for. Okie dokie. Yeah, this is going to help us fill a lot of it in, because these fur brushes, these 3D ones that we've been using, they look great, but they're very distinctive. And if we put those all over the surface, we're going to get very bumpy, we're going to get a lot of patterning, but with this is a little bit more subtle. And so check this out, we'll do some tests. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that looks really natural. That combined with what is still there of my sculpting. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, man. Let's see what that looks like with the ambient occlusion on. Oof. Look at that. I'm wondering how much I should exaggerate it, though, to make sure that the detail comes out in the 3D print. Okay. Before we continue, I want to test with the other images, though. Oh, that's going to work super well. Okay. Yeah, right, butterfly? And Sparkle says very floofy, that's right. Alright, so that's just one of these alphas, though. These are kind of distinctive ones here. Let me turn up the intensity. That's a little bit too much, but... yeah, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, now that's just so much that you can't even see what's going on. Yeah, this is kind of a longer one. This could go well on the ears. Oh yeah, guys, this is it. Oh, look at that texture. Oh. Yeah, this brush right here, this is the one for the ears for sure. So let's get some of that in here. This is kind of just like a really thin texture for thin hair. Perfect for the inside of the ears. Look at that. Guys, it's so good that I'm learning stuff about ZBrush while doing this stuff, because it could be easy to just do what I know and then kind of give up on it, but I'm glad this project has taught me how to do something even as simple, because this is a rudimentary thing, bringing in brushes, but it's just something I never bothered to do before. Alright, that was worth the $3 gamble. I'm gonna be gambling a lot more than that tomorrow. We're going to the casino for our anniversary. Took the Friday and Saturday off for work. So hopefully, if I win big, I can pay for that printer. Nah, kids, don't gamble. Or if you do, gamble responsibly. I gamble responsibly. I play the safest bets while still having fun, and don't let it go too far. Fun fact, my MGM account that I've been using for like 10 years has tracked how much I've gambled over the years at their locations, and the total winnings in my entire lifetime of dozens of trips to Vegas, $40. I've taken $40 from the casino over 10 years. Hey, what's up, Pig GameCube? How's it going? We are just redoing the fur on this, and I am quite happy with the results. Oh yeah, being in my fantasy football league, I would not bet on sports. I'm winning. I'm undefeated in my fantasy football league right now, though. 5-0. All right, what other alphas do we have? This one looks neat. Oh yeah. Ooh, that one's even better than this one down here. I like that I'm kind of using thicker brushes as we go up. So like all of this is just kind of thin, and then we'll go thicker as we go back. Sparkle's dad has so many fantasy football trophies. Nice. Sparkle, tell your dad I just picked up Christian McCaffrey. Tell your dad that I'm last in the waiver order. Then somebody dropped him because he's still not playing yet. And being last in the waiver order, I managed to still get it. Nobody else picked him up. So when it comes playoff time, which I'm like 90% projected to get to playoffs with my undefeated score, I'll be stoked that I got it. It wouldn't be good for if I wasn't undefeated, because he's still not playing the game. He's still injured. But if I can afford to hold on to him, which I can, then it's a good thing. So tell your dad that. He will be stoked for this random stranger online who told you to tell him that. Look at that. That just has so much good detail. So I think I want to use that texture all the way around the sides, and then we'll kind of vary it up once it gets out here. I want to have a big juxtaposition between these big fur parts that are on the eyebrows, and then I want it to be really relatively smooth here, and then I want it to get crazier again in the back. That's my plan here. Thank you, Highwell. Yeah, this is like the perfect texture to not look like it's repeating, because it's got a lot of small detail without big features. You ever seen a video game where maybe you're really up high so you can see a lot of grass and it looks like kind of a patterned texture? We want to try to avoid that in 3D here. File, save as. Organize docs. Maya. Sonic. Exports. To ZBrush. Werehog fur head redo. I just hope this is exaggerated enough that it comes out well in the actual 3D print. Alright, let's play around with some other brushes to make it more varied on the ends of these quills here. So let's just remember that I really liked... Which one do we have? Is that 13? No. 10? No. What brush is this? Doesn't say. Why would it not tell me which one I have selected? It's the one that goes down at an angle. Oh, it must be 7. Yeah, it's 7. Oh, it has this song play. It's on shuffle. It should be different all the time. let's put something on from Shadow the Hedgehog. Alright. Oops. Accidentally minimized Streamlabs. Alright, so let's see what other brushes we have in here. This could have some good utility, like making layers. I wouldn't mind if there's kind of like a ring of fur right here, kind of. Well, no, I want to keep this pretty uniform in shape. So I feel like that creates too much of a bulge of fur. So it should be used more sparingly. So I could put one kind of right here. Maybe I can use it to enhance these existing areas. You know, these guys where I made them come off the surface. Maybe these bits of fur that are kind of popping out kind of pushed all the other fur around it. I like to think about how things would work in nature a lot when I'm sculpting. Because that is, after all, the best reference. I mean, whether you're using pictures as reference or just kind of the logic of nature to be like, oh, this little tuft is coming out, so everything else is kind of spread out around it. That's what I'm going to do for each of these. This is looking kind of square here. I don't want that to happen. Yeah, it looks alright, actually. This song always makes me think of Mario Odyssey. Is it really not from Mario Odyssey? I swear, this sounds so much like one of the games. Oh no, it's Ice Cap, Limestone Cave in Ice Cap from Sonic Adventure. Thought maybe some Mario Odyssey got mixed into it. Or Mario Galaxy too, yeah. What was the Sonic game that was kind of like Mario Galaxy, where it was on a lot of odd-shaped planets and stuff? Not planets, but platforms, cylinders and things. I don't want to say it was like a rip-off of Mario Galaxy, but it had similar features. But Sonic Adventure 2 definitely did the planet first. Yeah, Lost World, that's right. Thank you, fandom. Yeah, there's definitely a lesson to be learned here, which is if you can do it better, do it better. A rule that I don't always follow. Usually my wife makes me redo things. She's got a much better eye for size than I do, like proportions of things. And like one time I made goggles that were way too big for her, and I was like, but I already did all this work. And she's like, no, I think you should. And they turned out way better when I fully remade them. There was something recently that was way too big or small. What was it? And she convinced me to go, oh, it was the staff that I recently made for theater. I had printed this test piece, and she was kind of gripping it and being like, yeah, it's kind of, it's kind of hard to grasp. And so I made it like 80% thinner. I feel like the 80% thinner was almost a little bit too much to grasp too. So like this across the whole length would have been just too much. And yeah, she convinced me, and it turned out way better for that. So I just don't have a great eye for size of things. What is that noise? Sounds a little bit like meowing. Alright. Yeah, I just can't get over how good this section looks. Makes me wonder if I should go back into this a little bit and use some of the texture on here. Before I did work on here and liked it, and I was like, oh, let me apply that to the old thing. Now I'm doing some work here that I like. I want to apply it to the old thing. Maybe just a little bit on the other pieces to bring it together just a little bit more. Sure. YBZ would like to listen to Heroes themes. Oh, this is Sonic Heroes. The Sonic Heroes all themes. All right. Thank you, Butterfly. Malamations put that together. So you can thank Malamations for that playlist that we've been listening to. YBZ, is This Machine the title of a song? Yeah, right, Sparkle Wolf. Much more floof. I just hope it shows well on the 3D print. I wonder if this would be worth doing, like some really, if I up the intensity on these, maybe get some pieces. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, that doesn't really add much to it for some reason. Some of these are starting to add too much bulginess to it that I don't want. I'll use, like this one is a bit too bulgy, but I'm going to use it in places that look really kind of flat. The more you look at the quills, looks like he's been in water too long. Because they start to droop down. Is that why? Wet dog. I can smell it. I think I like these shapes for the areas in between, where it looks kind of wild. I want to avoid like very visible lines. This one, see, this is starting to give a pattern of a very visible line going down it, so I'm actually going to split them up and not use them so much all in the same place. Yeah, I like the idea that if these quills are kind of coming out of his head and colliding, they're going to get a little bit messier and crazier in between those gaps, you know? Like they only have so much space to grow, so they start gnarling around each other. So that's why I'm trying to fill these gaps with like really more gnarly quills like this. I don't want to switch my screen to the other screen. Can somebody tell me what song this is? Is it the Sonic team? Team Sonic? Also, what are the team names? I know Team Chaotic, Team Dark, and Team... Who's the team that has Cream? Butterfly, I'm making this for... this was going to be mostly actually a collaboration with these you see in the chat, eScrubby, because eScrubby is making like all the mechanical parts and testing of the joints and stuff, and I was just providing the first sculpting, collaborating together. But eScrubby on today's stream said that I could put it on my store, so this may be available as a kit from my store. Well, I'll work it out with eScrubby, the details offline. But Butterfly, I don't know how much you know about what I do on Etsy. I make like custom toys and like custom modifications to toys because there's a big modding community for Sonic figures. And So I sell both completed figures and kits for people to make their own. But I also give away my 3D models so anybody with a 3D printer can print it themselves. Oh yeah. I'll bring some of my figures when I bring you your theater figure that I reprinted, and I'll show you. Well, you can also just check out videos on my channel. I detail every step of the process, how I went from 3D scanning to digital sculpting to the printing to the painting. Even sometimes I dye the figures instead of paint them. A lot of neat techniques to do various things with customs. Alright, I think I'm good with this brush now. It's kind of a thicker brush that I wanted to use for the in-between areas, and I think I have accomplished that. Let's switch to a more subtle brush. Ooh, I don't know if I tried this one yet. It looks very rectangular. Oh, I think that's what I started using on the face earlier. So let's put this in a few places just to vary up the texture. Thank you, fandom. I feel like this brush is more meant for filling in areas, like just in general, so I think I'm going to use it a lot on the bottom here, because this will be an easy texture to print without too many crazy details. It won't require a lot of support, so I think this is a good candidate for textures, all for the underside of the quills here. Yes, he does, Sparkle Wolf. Oops, I think I'm going the wrong way. Hard to tell what is the end. It's kind of like you can use it both ways, huh? See, now I'm starting to see some patterning here, so I do want to use this a bit more sparingly. I mean, it's the bottom that nobody's really going to be seeing, but still got to be careful about not wanting to introduce bad patterns. Yeah, see, there's bad patterning right there. Let's just do a little bit of this and just make it kind of patchy, and then I'll fill it in with other brushes. Yeah, I don't think I liked that brush very much. I like that I used it down on the bottom there, but it isn't my favorite. So now I'm just using a bunch of different brushes and just kind of filling in areas that don't have a lot of detail yet. And my goal with that is to make sure that I'm just not using the same pattern everywhere. Like even those 3 strokes that I just did kind of had a pattern, so I'm going to undo that. Yeah, it's pretty relaxing, huh, Sparkle Wolf? Hey, what's up, Go Dreamer? Let me show you what I got. Look how different this looks. We're making it much more realistic. I'll show you it with ambient occlusion. Ooh. That looks so cool. That's right, Sparkle Wolf. Yeah, we will literally be able to touch this once it's 3D printed. I just hope that these parts right here stay prominent. I mean, I intentionally tried to do that, I just don't know if I tried hard enough. We'll see how it looks when it prints. Thank you, Go Dreamer. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, YBZ, I bet. Is this the Team Chaotic song? Sounds like it from the content. Yeah, I can't wait to get a vector. Oh, now it's obvious that it's Team Chaotix. Literally part of the lyrics. Oh yeah, I gotta get Charmy too. I bet people would like a kit for Charmy. I guess it wouldn't be a kit so much as just a full figure. I don't know what you'd make a Charmy out of. And apparently Charmy's bigger than the one they released. Like the one they released was a 2.5 inch version, but he should actually be a lot bigger. Yeah, I think I might do pre-orders for the Gemerald. Just the fact that Fandom said something reminded me. So I'm kind of changing the subject. But I'm thinking of doing pre-orders from that so that I can know how many Mega Man to order. Whether it's a kit or you buy the full figure. I'm thinking like, you know, just order the number that I need instead of trying to stock up on them because I don't know how popular it'll be. I think it will, but I just don't know for sure. I think I want to put in some more of these. Let's go back to the chisel organic. I want to do more of those detailed hair pieces. Now that we've got more detail in, these will be nice big macro details. We can start introducing again. But the music stopped, so... Ooh, all Sonic Adventure character themes. Yes. I think I want to make these more pronounced too. Oh, it's already the most pronounced it can be. Yeah, these blend in really nice with it. Oh, I like this. This is good. Yeah, not gonna lie. I think this was the right decision. I'm just glad y'all are still willing to watch, even though you saw me essentially fully sculpt the head with the previous version. And you're not bored by just seeing it again. Thank you, Sparkle Wolf. Yeah, thank you, Fandom. Oh no, my light ran out of batteries. I gotta get another USB cord so I can just permanently plug that in. Thank you, Butterfly. Yeah, I wish there was an easy way to do a time lapse where I'm not moving the camera, and so you just see it like I'm populate in. Alright, let's go back to the standard brush. Go back to those alphas. I love that we found those alphas. That really worked out. they did a re-release of Vector 4-inch. Is that the newest wave? I had heard about it, but I didn't know if it was out yet. Oh, dang, bummer. I'm sure he's sold out now, huh? Wish I had seen that. Yeah, hell yeah, YBZ, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, I'd pay for the ship. I mean, I'd pay for the product, and I'd pay for. Well, actually, you have my address, so you could just send it directly to me if you do find it. We got a P.O. box though. My wife keeps reminding me I gotta stop putting the real address on Etsy orders. So I'll give you the P.O. box to send it to you. Oh, guys, huge announcement! How did I forget to tell you? I officially got this trademark for Stegosaurus. It went through after 9 months of legal whatever they do behind the scenes. Yeah. So yeah, so I have the trademark Stegosaurus for things like YouTube videos, selling toys. You had to pick certain categories. Yeah, it costs like $700. But and I have to keep renewing it. I have to keep proving that I'm still using it like every 5 years, I think. So I gotta set an alarm on my phone. Yeah, I was just concerned, because I came up with Stegosaurus on my own, but there's a comic strip, or like a web cartoon from like the 2000s, that when you originally searched Stegosaurus, it would always have this come up, and it still comes up too. But I was afraid that there might be troubles with me using the Stegosaurus name when they already technically come up with it first, but like used in a different way, and then they never trademarked it. And so there was a time where during the trademark process, people could they could debate it. They could be like, no, I'm already using this and stuff. And nobody debated it. And they were supposed to only have a 1 month period. For whatever reasons, the trademark lawyers allowed that to go for 3 months. So it was kind of nervous for those 3 months, knowing that that somebody could stop it. And then I'd lose all that money too. It's kind of like a, oh, too bad, you tried kind of thing. And apparently if you fill out the trademark in any wrong way, you could potentially just lose your money and not get it approved. So it took a lot of research to figure out how to do it. Make sure I was doing it right. Yeah, Go Junior says Steako brand is official. That's right. Alright, so this looks very extreme right now. It almost looks like too much detail, but I think this will work. This will come out great in the print. So that's the important part, is knowing that you have to really exaggerate things for 3D printing. I do feel that this is going to come out good for the print. So as I look at it at a macro level, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of detail. It looks kind of dirty. but I'm confident that it'll be perfect for the print. I've never overdone it yet. I've only underdone it. Hey, YBZ, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Well, fandom, it's gonna probably go back to me streaming on only Wednesdays and Saturdays with maybe Sundays. The only reason I streamed 3 days in a row was to, one, celebrate that I'm back and done with theater for now, but also to knock this out so that E Scrubby can finally get around to finishing it, because I've been what's the word? I've been blocking the pipeline. Yeah, I wish I had finished the sculpting of this before theater got crazy. It just didn't work out that way. Alright, that's looking pretty full here. Do I need to add some up here? Alright, I think that's looking good, and I'm just going to add some subtle stuff to the end over here. So each of these areas here. Oops. I definitely want a differentiation between these, so I'm actually going to turn down the strength of the intensity a little bit. Oh, that's nice, fandom. It's like a game night with friends, yeah. Peter got crazy? What does that mean, Sparkle Wolf? He got crazy. I said Peter got crazy? Maybe yes. Yeah, what did I say? I don't know. Apparently neither of us know. Yeah, I assume you misheard, but I also can't remember what I had said. That may sound like... Oh, theater got crazy. Yeah, theater got crazy. So was I, Sparkle Wolf. Alright, and then I'm going to go in and just cut into these a little bit more because it's lost some of that detail now. I'm going to make these a little bit sharper. Ah! Keep messing up the camera. Let's save, because I feel a little bit sketchy about this. My computer is behaving slightly strangely. Yeah, right, Butterfly? Butterfly was just in a show with me and is now working on sets for the next show that they're doing. This is a 3-man play. It's abridged works of Shakespeare. They do all the Shakespeare plays in just a couple hours with just 3 people. Apparently it's supposed to be pretty funny. What's a headcanon about Sonic that I have? I don't know if I have any headcanons. Let's see. And if I did have any, I don't think they'd be particularly interesting. Yeah, I can't think of any. Ooh, I need to put some detail in here. Ooh, we're missing a lot of detail in here, actually. Gotta go in and hit those. Sparkle says, my headcanon's Sonic's legal name is Nicholas. And they used to be called Nicky for a while, then Nick, and then finally the name evolved into Sonic and it stuck. I actually really like that headcanon. I may adopt that headcanon. All right. Whew, like I said, that looks like a lot of dirty detail, but I think it's gonna come out perfectly in the print. I'm stoked about this. Let's see what it looks like with ambient occlusion. I can always smooth it up a little bit later. If we do a test print and it's just too crazy, you can go back and smooth things out. Whew. Well, there it is. Oh, man. What a process. If eScrubby's still in chat, let me know what you think. Let's get the mouse out and let's start doing our exports so that eScrubby can start working with these. Save it. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is hide the other two parts. So remember, this is what we did to make sure that none of this stuck through the cleaner version, so it looks really weird right now. I think we can even save just a little bit of detail by doing this. Just hiding the nose. Oh no, I forgot that eScrubby said, yeah, just leave it like that. He already merged it with the other version. Oh yeah, I should snap a pic for the Discord. You're right. Ooh, look at that. It looks really cool rendered out. Just look at how different this looks from the thumbnail of this video. Thank you, Wife Z. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you, Sparkwolf. Thank you, Fandom. Thank you, Go Dreamer. Alright, I'm going to put this in the Sonic section of the Discord. Ah, excellent. I see Sparkle Wolf sending me the file for... wow, Super Trip. I can't remember names. Alright, so let's go ahead and start exporting this. Well, first we need to use Decimation Master. Hopefully we don't lose too much detail from using Decimation, but it's the only way I know to get reasonably sized exports out of this. I just wish that I could do more than 250K. It's possible that ZBrush has a better decimation. Let's see. And if so, I could send this ZBrush file to BaseDraw and maybe he could do it for me. Let's look at this tutorial real quick.
Today I want to talk about working with scan data for something like 3D printing. And drag this over. I'm going to go to...
So he's in regular ZBrush.
Decimate. Okay, Decimation Master. Now...
Oh, what is this?
You're going to have to hit pre-process.
Oh, regular ZBrush has way better options. Look, ZBrush Pro. Okay, I gotta ask BaseDraw to do this for me, because I think BaseDraw can get me a much better export with his regular ZBrush compared to me. And then we can have him export it, and then we send it to eScrubby. What's the best way to do that quickly? Well, I'll send him the ZBrush core file for both of these and ask him to run a decimation on all the files. Because it looks like this is going to make it maximum 250,000 points, and I think it's not going to capture enough detail if I reduce it this much. So I am actually not going to do that on stream. I'm going to send these files to BaseDraw after the stream. I'm sure he'll do it for me. I'll text him right now, actually. Let's see. Would you be down to run Decimation Master on my files? I can only decimate to 250k polygons with ZBrush Core and need better detail. Alright, cool. So, we are not going to do this boring step on stream. I'm going to have Bassstraw help me with it. I'm sure he will. I don't mean to volunteer him to do it, but I think he would be happy to do it. Alright, so I'm not going to save this because I already did the decimation. The decimation doesn't look too bad. If you look really closely, it might be hard to see on stream, but it's a lot more pixelated. And this would probably be just fine for a 3D print, but since we put in all this detail, let's make sure... Yeah, you can't see it on the stream. It's just trust me, it's a lot less polygons. If I draw on it, you'll be able to see it even more. It's not showing well. This isn't actually so bad. But regardless, we'll get some more detail out of it. Alright. I'm going to save this as decimated though. And just to make sure I didn't lose any detail. I saved right before doing it. What? What? No. No, what happened? No. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, that was such a heart attack. So when ZBrush saves these files, it saves all the subtools that you have as well. I thought somehow it didn't save all of this work. That terrified me. I had to stop the music. Okay, it's happy again. Oh my god. That we almost lost all of this. I mean, we didn't almost lose it. I thought we lost all of this. That was so terrifying, guys. Because see this one that has 3 next to it? That's the subtool that we wanted, but it wasn't showing up here. I'm sure if I dragged this down... Oh, I can't drag it down. But I had to click on one of them. Yeah, see? If I click on enough of these, it'll go away. Oh, no, it didn't. But yeah, so this one wasn't showing. And that's why I thought we lost everything. Oh, man. I am just elated with joy from how low I went to right back up to high. Oh, my God. Just because that freaked me out, I do want to go to the decimated one and export. Which is this one. I'm just going to export it just so I have it. That was so stupid. Why would it display it like that? It should always, if you save it, it should always show the most recent subtool you worked on. My heart is beating so hard. Oh, okay, we're safe. Alright, I'm gonna grab something to drink, and then I think I'm gonna work on Gemerald. We're gonna convert the existing model to work with the 3D scan that we did today. So I'll be right back. All right. So I've exported the head. We can safely close this. Close this, because, yeah, see how many more options the regular ZBrush has for Decimation Master? Whereas I only had, like, those 5. And, yeah, see, I only had this number of 1,000 vertices, but then this can do custom. Whew, all right. Alright, so these are the files getting prepped and ready to go. This has some kind of a head peg. Oh, I remember I actually did test prints for this. Let me grab one of those test prints. So I actually printed the figure that I was going to do with the bendy arms with the wires. And then also the joints were going to be these cake pop sticks. And these joints actually work fairly well enough. Like, you can easily take it apart. But yeah, that got the shoulders working pretty well. These legs. Yeah, the rest just wasn't really working out. And I just feel like the whole thing's too small. If we look in here, I tried to make it taller than Tails. And I guess it technically gets taller than Tails when you put them all together. But here's how he stacks up to the Mega Man figure. It's going to be a little bit taller. Yeah, but the head is going to be way too small for this. I think the head needs to be bigger for Mega. Actually, it's not too bad of a size. So here it is, just right next to it. What do you guys think? Should it be a bigger head than this? I think it should be a little bit bigger. Our music stopped. Let's get the music going again while I hear your answers. I feel like some Delfino Plaza. Yeah, smidge maybe. YBZ says definitely. I don't have the Mega Man. Oh, I do have the Mega Man head up here. So, we're down. Basement. Where is it? Mega Man box is somewhere down here. I'll be right back. Oh, it's right here. So if we want the same proportions of the original Mega Man, here's a picture of what it looks like assembled. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see what Fandom sent. Okay, yeah, so here he is from the side. Pretty happy with him. Maybe the ears could be a bit bigger. It also has a detail ring around there. I just don't know if I want to keep editing that model. I think I'm happy with where it is already. Just want to scale it up. Here's the difference between the two heads. Pretty close in size. Well, the roundness. Yeah, the roundness is definitely smaller on Gemerald. So yeah, I think I'm going to scale it up by maybe like 20%. I want to get a table over to the right here and set up my other camera, so I can just do things like when I get to the point of dyeing this, and just do it on a workstation here where y'all can watch me, because it's really hard for me to set up the camera for you guys to watch me paint and stuff. But if I set it up right next to my computer, it would be a good way to do more streaming that isn't just digital stuff that you see on my screen. And here's the size of the hands in comparison to the Mega Man. I feel like they're already a pretty good size. Yeah, I know I just talked about it being good to redo details and stuff, but I am kind of burnt out on general. So I kind of just want to finish the figure without modifying the model too much. Because everything's kind of merged together already, it would be kind of hard to go back and make those changes. I feel bad, it's just I don't have any interest in making Emerald in general. This one I just kind of did on request. So I feel bad for the lack of enthusiasm from me on it. He looks cool, it's just I never played any games with him, so I don't have a personal attachment to him is all. So it's hard to stay motivated to work on him. And actually, when you look at the 3D print, it doesn't come out far at all. It definitely looks like it comes out more in the 3D model. But or are you saying that it comes out more in the speed simulator game? It's hard to tell with all the blue light, but I feel like it's pretty subtle in the 3D print. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Probably go until we hit the 4-hour mark. We're at about the 3-hour mark right now. Yeah. Small video. Okay, so let's bring in our Mega Man 3D scan. Alright, well thank you for being here this whole time, Whisk the Geek. 3 hours you stuck with us. I think you were there, well you were there mostly from the beginning. It's midnight for you. Right on, thank you so much for joining. See you probably Saturday. I'm going to be out of town the next couple days, so no streams tomorrow or Friday. And today was an odd week where I did 3 streams in a row. It's going to go back to mostly like Wednesday, Saturday streams. Alright, so you can see it comes in at a totally weird random angle. So we gotta mess with that a little bit. It's a pretty clean scan. Dig it. Alright, so I gotta go to front view and start to rotate it around. I'm going to turn off selection highlighting. It's pretty big. So I'm just going to try to do my best. It's never going to be an exact science. So I'll try to get it so that the shoulders match up here. Then also see how the hands need to line up on this line here. Shoulders there. Oh, does Gemerald guard cream? I wasn't aware of that. And I'll try to make sure the bottom of these feet here. See how it has all the extra blow up? We want to get rid of that, and we want to just be perfectly straight for that. I also want to make sure that it's rotated a little bit like this, so we want to go to the top now. Move it back a little bit. And we'll just try to make sure that the back of the feet both match up here. But also that you gotta look at the hands too. So I'm just gonna find the best happy medium. Because I also didn't perfectly pose this. I did it by hand, so it's never gonna be perfect anyway. Okay, I definitely need to read more of the IDW comics. I have that art book of the comics, I love that. If I look at this from the right view, it should look pretty straight. It doesn't, it's still... But really, honestly, all we need to do is like use this shape to cut out. We're gonna be good for what we're doing. So let's create polygon primitives, cube. Move it up here. Scale it up. And I'm going to use this to cut the bottom of the feet here. Hash Boolean difference. Yeah, so that's why I was thinking of doing pre-orders. If people pre-order a fully completed one from me, I'll need to actually buy this. It's $20. A bit more than I'd want to pay for a figure, but it's got good articulation. And I definitely want to try dyeing him. Try to get him nice, get all the blue out of him. Dyeing worked really well for me with Trip, but not for future figures, so I'm thinking of trying the boiling method. You're supposed to heat it up no matter what. I've only done it without heating up, just because it worked really well the first time, cold. But I guess you're supposed to heat it up all the time. I think maybe I just got lucky that first time I tried it. Alright, so we're going to try to line this up as middle as we can. I'm going to hide it. I'm going to take all of this, and group it and move it. Show that again. And let's start with the head. And see how big we want to make this. It's so cool that we could see this in 3D to really get an idea of exactly how big we want it to be. Kind of like this size. What do you guys think? Here's the original. So if the original looks about this big in comparison to the body, what do you think about the one to the right? I think it's just about the right size. Oh, Sparkle says low heat is the key. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I like it too. So next what I want to do is make sure that this is centered in the scene, because this is technically not the center, because it's just an abstract 3D scan. This actually needs to be over there. But what I would like to do is just have this whole thing, like just have this whole cylinder go up into it, and not even worry about it snapping. Well, I feel like that's going to be so much friction that it should just stay there pretty nicely, and we don't even need to worry about doing a lot of guess and check with the head. So I'm gonna make a cylinder that represents this size. Just cut all the way up through the head. Oops, this did not get centered. Yeah, let's just put it in the actual center. Then put it up. There we go. It's better. Now where did that cylinder go? I'm gonna scale that up and give it more definition. Ooh, maybe less definition could be good. That way you kind of use this friction. So make it even less definition than this. Like make it, dare I say 8? 8 might be really cool because then it'll like kind of force it to have those gaps to grip this really well. Yeah, let's try that. Scale it up about to the thickness of what it is. And if I move this over, that's about what we're looking at. And this is the part that actually swivels, right? Yeah, it can kind of swivel in and out like this. Yeah, I think that'll work out really well. So put this back to 0 on X. I'm going to take this all the way up into the head. And I'm just going to pull it all the way up to the top. What's up, Freddy and friends, with your water emoji? I like it. And we'll pull the head forward a little bit. Oh, your neck broke? I know what you mean. Your neck on your Mega Man broke. Okay, so as always, just as a backup, I duplicate everything. Just so I can go back to it if I need it. Then we will do Boolean's difference. General the giraffe. I like it. You had to cut it down a bit and re-glue it. Oh, okay. I don't what you stream, but I'll still watch. You don't know what I'm streaming, but you'll still watch. Thank you, I appreciate it. What have you been doing today, Freddy and friends? Yeah, so see how I left such sharp edges in there? That should help us get a good grip on this and like be able to not get too loose when we turn it around. I think that'd be pretty good. I think that's good for the head. Ooh, you're editing some shorts. Nice. If any of you like Five Nights at Freddy's, check out Freddy and Friends channel. Alright, so next is the backpack. Uh-oh. This is the file where I already combined stuff, isn't it? Okay, so that's not good. I'm gonna have to go to another file. But we can do other parts like the arm. I feel like I want to make that bigger to fit the proportions of this better. And what did I do here? I took it like this. So what we see in the scan... That's a good question. So when we look at this figure like this, should the diamond be on the outside edge like this, or should it be on the upper edge like that? I'm trying to visualize it in my mind. I think the outside edge, like outside here. So when you see it from the side, you see the diamond. instead of the diamond being on the bottom. I think it's better out here. Do you guys agree? Cool. I'm gonna scale it up too. We look at reference of general. Yeah, so it mostly goes around the edge there. Like all the way down the length before it changes direction. So I'm going to do that in Maya as well, which is basically what it is right now. Going down most of that length. And like this. So I think this is a good cutout position almost. Well, here is how it would look, at least in 3D, YBZ. I think that's good, and then I'm gonna move these vertices up a little bit. Just so that when you extend the elbow, it doesn't collide too much. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Maybe slightly this way. I think I like that. Let's duplicate these. I think you could also just glue it to the other part. Oh, do I have the shape right in that case, fandom? Does this count as a kite? Oh yeah, that's what you were saying earlier, Freddy and Friends, that I should make a Halloween version. I do already have a Halloween version of my Stegosaurus. Would you guys like to see it? Oh, I have two versions actually. I think I have a ghost one. Oh no, this is a picture of the physical one I have. Oh man. I'm opening up a bunch of random photos. Where's the actual drawing of it? So anyway, this is when I used to play Phasmophobia on stream, and I set it up so the Twitch chat could make it so that the sword would fall down and hit me on the head with a donation. And then this was the physical toy of it. But where is... Let's see. I know I have a version of Stegosaurus. Oh, I think it's Stegosaurus Ghost. Let's see. Where could it be? I want to try to find it quickly. Stegosaurus Ghost. No? Okay, I'm gonna go through a bunch of different screens in Streamlabs, because I know that I have it somewhere in Streamlabs, but you might lose voice and audio. So expect that as I cycle through these.
It's once again that time to gather round the stream
Yes, and they're not even real princess. Marina would know.
to watch our heroes perform feats of valor.
Okay, my voice should be back now. So you guys saw it in the bottom corner over there. Unfortunately, I can't get to that image specifically for some reason, but I'll take a look for it. That is the Stankosaurus. He's the Halloween version, a ghostly version of Stegosaurus. So I'll take a look for that image and I'll post it somewhere in the Discord once I find it. Ooh, something bad happened here. Let's undo. I'm going to triangulate this. Yeah, I was going through a bunch of screens in my Streamlabs that I used to do for Dungeons and Dragons. And in Dungeons and Dragons, the lore was that a Stegosaurus was a piece of meat that a necromancer brought back to life. So only brought back like the piece of the cow, and then he brought him back to life to like keep meat fresh on long trips by keeping it alive or undead. Can I accept you onto the Discord? What do you mean it's not letting you in? I see nothing asking me to approve you coming in. So what do you mean by that? Oh man, this still didn't work. Something's going wrong. Let's delete all by type history. Ooh, nice. eScrubby just finished a proportionally accurate SA2 Sonic. Nice. Your painting is so clean, eScrubby. I don't know how you get good white paint without it having to do tons of layers and looking crappy. Looks awesome. Good work. Okay, so what reason does this have for not working? When you try to chat, it says wait for approval in the Discord. Yeah, I just don't... There's literally nothing in the Discord saying, like, to approve anything. Members... Dang, it still didn't work. What's happening? What's your username on there? You're not... Is it... Yeah, what's... It's not showing me the full names because it's in streaming mode. Did you used to be able to chat in the Discord? Oh, primer, yeah. Get a good layer of white primer, yeah? and then paint everything else. Yeah, why is this having a problem cutting out though? That's not good. Maybe I'll triangulate the... Right, are these vertices not welded together? They are. Dang, why is this not working? I'm gonna reverse the normals. Just see if that works. Oh yeah, that actually worked. Okay. So we just had some kind of normals problem. Mesh display, unlock normals. Oh yes, that is a security setting that I have on the Discord to prevent people from spamming or coming in and do stuff. So everybody on Discord has to have their email connected to it. Because I'm trying to avoid things like sometimes things happen in Tito's server, bigger servers where people start just making multiple accounts and posting dumb shit, so it's a security feature to make sure nothing like that happens. So if you set up your account to connect to the email, it should be good to go. Alright, so there is our arm piece. I feel like that should be a good proportion for it. Let's do the same for this. I think I want this to be bigger as well. We have some strange geometry here that I'm not liking, so let's work on that real quick. Select face and just expand the selection. I'm going to say edit mesh, merge to center. That just flattens that out nicely. And same with this over here. Just some errors in the 3D scan. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't really troubleshoot at the moment during the stream, but I will take a look later. But I do feel that I've done everything I can on my side, so it looks like maybe your mom can help you with the email connecting, because yeah, it's not even showing me having like anybody waiting to be allowed in or anything. Yeah, I'm kind of worried people are leaving the stream because I'm like troubleshooting stuff. So I'm gonna keep working on this, and then hopefully things can get resolved if your mom can help you set up the email. No, that's okay. What do you mean you were typing randomly? Oh, I thought you guys were talking about when I did say the S word earlier, but like way earlier. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a delayed reaction. You guys are talking about Freddy. Got it. Yeah, it is kind of weird how it picked up this random geometry, huh, fandom? Freddy, I could have sworn you were in the Discord before. Yeah, this will be fine. I just need to get rid of the big pimply parts, because this will just cut in a little extra to what we're doing, and that'll be just fine. Alright, so let's look at the picture of Gemerald again. And his go about from the top, almost all the way down to the foot, with the top part matching with the part where it angles there. So about, again, right about where it already is. Just scale up a little bit more. So this is what Hoovaloo did. Got some painting done on it. Looking good. And then he printed out a face for it. Or not even printed, you drew this out. Looks good. And then I don't actually have the picture of it taped to it in Discord. Did you send it to me somewhere else? Here's Hoovaloo's design for it, showing how they could fit on there. So yeah, this is all been Hoovaloo sorting out all the issues and ideas for me. I think I need to scale this down just a tad. Move it over this way. So I want it to move more on the outside of things. Yeah, I'm gonna try to dye the whole thing black. I think this is a good size for these bigger feet. I'm happy with that. Maybe just move it in slightly so you get a little bit more of a cut. Sure, but Freddy, what I'm asking is, did you follow the instructions to connect your email? Because here, let me just I'll just show you. So when I go to, I don't know how to put it back into stream mode. I can't show it on the stream, but I'm sorry. No matter what you tell me about the name, well, let me search the name. Maybe it does show up, but I'm getting no notifications about it. And I'm super sorry. I shouldn't be troubleshooting things on the stream, but I will do this one thing. But then I have to get back to the 3D modeling. Let's do Freddy Boy 2014. It says you've been a member here for 28 days. It says pass verification level, agreed to rules. Yeah, it says you're in, man. Open mod view. I'm just gonna assign you a random role. Maybe that'll kick it into working. And then I'll also tag you. Freddy. Well, I can't. It's not letting me tag you. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's just nothing on my side that lets me put you in. I think you've got something wrong with your email that you need to do on your side. And here's what Fandom currently has: the stand-in until he gets the head that I make. Okay, what exactly the error is? The error when you try to chat? I appreciate everybody sending images for me to look at and stuff, but I'm really trying to keep the stream focused on the 3D modeling. This looks really cool, though. But after this, I am going to get back to 3D modeling because I see people leaving. I see our views going down, and I want to get back to kind of what people are here to watch and not messing around with the Discord, please, if we can have that request. It looks great, though. Oh, your question is you should repaint the hair? Well, we can discuss that on the Discord. I'm going to get right back to 3D modeling. Sorry, I'm just trying to finish this in the next 30 minutes. So apologies if I seem a bit dismissive. We will work out all these issues off stream. So I think that's a pretty good proportion for the new body. I think just the same way I need to reverse the normals for this guy. Alright, have a good night, Freddy and friends. Yeah, definitely look into your email, see if you've got any emails from Discord. Ah! Tomatoes! Flying right at me! No! Oh yeah, and I haven't forgotten about a Skylanders Day, Freddy and friends. We're gonna... And I keep promising that. I got busy with theater again. We are going to do that in the near future, I promise. Yeah, this one's taking its time. Yeah, we're unfortunately not doing a lot of exciting things in 3D modeling. The first 3 hours of this was all the cool brushing and sculpting of fur, and now I'm working with booleans. Wait a whole minute to see if a boolean will work or not. Exciting, and it did not work. Did I select them in the wrong order? I did. That was my fault. Well, you know what? Now we have time. I'm gonna pull your image back up, Sparkle Wolf, and answer your question. Do you like the color or leave it purple? I do like it purple. I think that little accent of purple goes really well with the blue and the silver. So my vote is leave it purple. All right, and now we have a successful Boolean of this. that will slot right onto there, hopefully nicely. Mesh, triangulate. Awesome, another one of what you had. Did you say you had 60 something in progress? All right. What's next? We have that. Do I honestly feel like these hands are good enough because it's such a fragile little piece to go in and out. I kind of want to just use the existing hands. I don't think much will be added by turning them into the robot hands that I 3D modeled. Unless... No. See, it's hard for you to see. Hoovaloo knows. It's crazy hard to put it in and pull it out. And if I try to replace that with a 3D print, it's not going to be a good product to sell because people are just going to be snapping these. You know, this is injection molded plastic that's much tougher. And so, yeah, I think it's best to just keep these as the regular hands. But we will need that jetpack. I think I am just going to go with the idea of dremeling the circles. I think it'll be a really clever way to do that on the figure. Because honestly, I'd have to print extremely thin to make something that clamshells over this well. And I don't think that'll work out. And is that all the pieces that it'll be? Is a backpack, 4 diamond pieces, and a head? And the guide? Yeah, that might be it. So in order to do that, I need to go back to the other file that I hadn't merged these. Oh, those details on the feet. But if I remember correctly, those details, they're not in the original, right? I think I kind of added them on my own. Let's see. Yeah, I just kind of added them just because I felt like it. So it's even more accurate if I don't put those in the kit. So yeah, we'll go with that. The diamonds, yeah. So just backpack and the guide. All right, we're getting pretty close to done then. I might actually be able to test print this tonight. I could potentially have a sale of these. Start the pre-sale next weekend. Potentially. Some food for thought. Alright, so here's the backpack. Here's this piece. Alright, so let's just export this. Sonic exports. It's not to ZBrush. I'm just going to put it at exports. We're going to say general chest. And I'm going to combine all these right now. In fact, I'm going to do the smooth preview. Add some edge loops. Wow, Sparkle, if you're down to less than 40. Well done knocking them out. Alright, so that smooth preview looks good. Let's mesh Smooth. Make it extra smooth. And we'll boolean all these together. All right, thanks for being here for so long, Butterfly. Have a good rest of your night. A lot of them are in the phase. I just need to stop fussing with the paint details. Yep, sometimes it can be hard to let go. Art is never finished, it's just released. Oh man, I'm getting tired. 20 more minutes. I think I can finish this up and run a chow race or two. General Jetpack. You can't threaten me. I'm a general. How did I just come up with that right after Butterfly leaves? She needed to hear that. Oh, hopefully she heard that right as she was turning off the stream. It's an inside joke. It's a line from the show. Right before I get killed, I say, "You can't threaten me. I'm a general." And it's kind of a serious scene, and then everybody laughs. None of us thought that people would laugh. It gets a big laugh. And so, as an inside joke in the theater group I'm in, we've been saying, "You can't do this. I'm a general." I'm glad, fandom. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna print Sage along with this for you. And I'm just gonna guess on the head size because I don't want to break my cream figure because it feels like it's breaking the neck if I pull too hard. I'm sure you'll be able to find a way to put it on, no matter what. Maybe like some epoxy putty and stuff. Oh, nice. A soft goods Sage. Yeah, it's taking some time to open this. Lots of booleans in the scene. It takes a long time to load. Nope, it's loaded. I wasn't even looking at the screen. Jetpack. Scale these up. That looks about the right size. And so I gotta be careful how I do this jetpack, because, well, this chest hardly moves at all. The chest looks to be articulated, but it just does a slight rotation. I think I'm gonna lift the jetpack up a little bit higher. And pull it out a bit. Angle it slightly. How big should this head be in comparison to the jetpack? I feel like that's about the right size. Yeah, I agree. I could enlarge the jetpack because it would be more space to stick it on, and I just like it big as a bigger feature. And that actually looks the right size in comparison to the head. If we look at the size of this compared to this head. And I already felt that this jetpack was too small. When I look at this partially completed version, I kind of wish that the jetpack was bigger. So I think erring on the side of bigger here is a really good idea. I think that's good right there. Let's duplicate these. Phantom says, like they say in Jurassic Park, Hoofaloo finds a way. That's true. I remember that. I remember them saying that in Jurassic Park. I think these parts are gonna die really well. I think the shiny parts are not going to as well. I think things with the rougher texture generally take to the dye better. See what happens. I do really like the joints on this model, on this Mega Man. If I do Emerald, I am gonna start from the existing model. I am somewhat attached to Emerald just because I made it from scratch, so it's nice. There's one little hole in this, but that's okay. Nice, Sparkle Wolf. I think the model you gave me is the Emerald one that I'm talking about. Alright, that's cut out. So that should glue nicely to the back of the figure. Alright, so here is the body. Ooh, I can tell I'm getting tired. I'm not thinking well. Alright, so I'm going to use this body to be a guide for the cutouts here. I think this is just the way that I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the existing body, create polygon primitives cube, and if this doesn't work, I will create something that snaps over. It's just, it becomes such a fragile part of the kit. And I don't like selling fragile things. Just leaves me stressed out. Even if I'm not getting bad reviews and stuff, like people know that I'll always fix it for them. Just leaves some anxiety in my mind, just like waiting for it to get delivered and then to hear back that it worked. So this can be kind of a thicker piece that actually, because not everybody's gonna have a Dremel, but let's see. Yeah, if you, I'd appreciate that if you guys don't mind skipping chow racing. Oh yeah, I have time. Maybe we'll end right at the 4-hour mark. Basically, right when I finish this. Okay, so we've still got this colliding a little bit, so I'm gonna just take some of these random faces. Just pull this whole section out. Because we don't care what this actual surface looks like. Then when I duplicate all this, pull it way up here and say, cut this cube shape out from this. And then we can take this and cut this out of it. It should leave us with a little piece. I mean, this is going to be fragile too, so maybe I should just make something that snaps on. I at least want to try this for the video. Because I'm running out of... Or not running out of things, but I'm trying to come up with new things for the videos where I'm doing different stuff than usual. Because so often it's just like, hey, I 3D modeled this. I scanned it. All that stuff. But this is a neat new technique. At least I can do something new each time, hopefully. Or if it doesn't work, I can just say, hey, I tried this. And instead I did this. Please don't crash on me, Maya. It's frozen. Make chaos, Sparkle Wolf. Perfect chaos. Okay, apparently that should slip on it nicely. There's a nice quote, fandom. We still got 10 viewers. That's nice. We went down for a while for some reason, but yeah, we've had a good average of 10 viewers still. Usually near the 4-hour mark, we're down to like the 4 view regulars. That's right. Yeah, you'd have to have it translucent. All right. Well, I'm gonna export these so that I'm probably not gonna start a print tonight just because I'm too tired and I have to clean off the printer from what's already on there. But I should. Oh, but no, I'm leaving tomorrow. So I don't want to leave the, yeah. So this will be something I print over the weekend. So by Sunday, you'll probably be seeing the results of this Hoovaloo. All right. Oh man, yeah. This is the time to end the stream. I'm so tired. Is Metal Overlord the one that's in the chair? It's still on my, still in my plans for sure. Or is Metal Overlord the really big one? Hey, Freddy and Friends is back. Welcome back. Oh, the one that's gonna be in the upcoming game? Yeah, it's possible. That's gonna be a big one. Alright, what was I doing? Export selection, go to Documents. Organize Docs, 3D Prints. Do I not have a general? I do. Yeah. So I call this kit pieces. You might stream tomorrow? Nice. What are you gonna stream? Chest drill guide? Sorry, I'm sniffing. Arm, diamond left. Well, the thing, fandom, is Whaler did not have articulation. It's easy to make that. But to get all the articulation working for Metal Overlord, that would be insane, though. I think that's the niche I need to go with, though, is doing some more big stuff. Because the other creators, they're doing a lot of things that are kind of like really detailed things. Like little details of characters that I don't really know about nor care to do. I think my niche could be like, I'm gonna make all the big stuff, like the mech back there, the Cyclone. Oh, okay, the size you're talking about, Sparkle Wolf, wouldn't be as big as what I'm thinking, huh? No, if I'm doing Metal Dragon Overlord, I gotta make it the real deal, posable. I gotta. Alright. Mesh, triangulate. Wait, is this one that I cut out of? Yes, it is. Good. File, export selection, head. Alright, so this kit will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. That's not bad. No, I won't stress over it. I won't stress. Alright. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. We did it. We got Gemerald ready. Alright. I think it's time to read some names, huh? So, starting with what Streamlabs will show me. I do remember some names who were here before. VicFat. I know Malamations was here. Alright, now I'm going to start reading names. Those are just a couple that I remember from the very beginning. I know Pink GameCube was in here. Fandom Lover, YBZ, Sparkle404, Highwell Plays, Freakier Bug, Wisp the Geek, Butterfly, Go Dreamer 00. I think I said YBZ already. That was the Geek. A lot of the regulars just chatting in here. Freddy and Friends. And we'll work on getting your Discord working. Scrubby. Pit was in here at some point. Pit Penguin. And that is everybody. Alright, well, thank you so much. This was a really good 4-hour stream. Another average, I think we had an average of more than 10 viewers at certain points. This is probably another 40 hours to getting us to that final level of monetization. Ooh. I think if I'm counting correctly, the last 2 days of streams was probably 40 hours, and today was probably 40 hours, which means we're probably only 120 hours away from that monetization. Thank you guys so much for that. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to make a couple cents a month on the ads that YouTube is already playing on this. All right. Well, once again, thank you very much. And I will see you guys. I'm out of town tomorrow and the next day. I'll probably see you guys Saturday. Have a great rest of your night.